up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. We have a little while. Okay, what's up, everybody? It's me. We're back. Really back real quick. We have another story that I wanted to talk about real quick. And it was this story about this 61-year-old man who married his 18-year-old goddaughter. He married her as soon as she turned 18. He says that people are jealous of his wife. Of course, it's in Florida. But not even, of course, it's in Florida. You know why? Because this behavior is happening in every single state. Every state where there's an old man, there's a young girl that he has his sights on, that he can ruin her life. Like, I just got finished talking on the other video. Like, this is crazy, y'all. And it's like, what is the goal? Do y'all just want to ruin people? You want to terrorize people, leave scars on people, harm people, hurt people, and then blame them for their response to generational abuse. It's crazy. 61-year-old Florida man receives backlash for marrying his goddaughter as soon as she turned 18. You little girls jealous of my wife. A Florida man is being dragged on social media for marrying his 18-year-old goddaughter. The two are defending their union, but social media users believe he was grooming her before she turned 18. Of course she was. It says, people love to call me a child because I'm 18. First of all, I, with a lowercase I grown as F. I take care of all 4 of my kids, work full time, have cars paid in full, and stay home with my man. We only go every so often. I ain't got time or energy to deal with none of you hoes that got something to say about little Dej. Y'all mad because y'all popping my shit will forever pop my shit and go continued pop my shit. See the difference between me and most. Now what? Girl, I don't know what she's saying. She's 18 years old. Her brain is not developed yet. It's not. So that's why I'm stumbling over what she's saying, because she can't even formulate a sentence herself. And some 61-year-old man has decided to marry her and then turn around and make her feel. She says, I am a queen. He's about to ruin your life. Ruin it. Do you hear me? Ruin your life. She's already 4 children at 18 years old. So you already know what it's giving. You already know what it's giving. She defends her marriage.
Y'all said how I'm young and my mind ain't open all the way. Okay, well, a young nigga is even worse than a young female. Why the fuck would you think that I want to sit around and be with a young nigga that want to fuck other people and don't got his mind made up, don't know what he want, don't want to commit, don't want to get out his mama house, don't want to do that? Why the fuck would I want that? That's not what I want. I don't want that. I want to be with a nigga that know what the fuck he want in life. I want to be with a nigga that got stacked up his bread. Play. He don't know shit.
It seemed like I'm the only, I guess, nigga in this town have married a young woman. But since it's me, they got to have something to talk about. Look like you little girls are jealous of my wife, but keep on promoting us. I love it. Here's a document from when Michael was arrested in 2014. Shows he was 54 at the time, meaning he's 61 years old. Yeah, a lot of people were saying that he was 40 years old. He's 61 years old, married to an 18-year-old.
She don't remember when she was with me. I lost my kids to DCL.
This is just it's a pattern of behavior. I can't even really get into this because this is really a pattern, and this is like something that is present throughout a lot of communities in this country. These old men and these young girls, they were just online the other day busting out this man who was online saying that he related to R. Kelly. And he's this man who has financial channels, he has a large following, and he was online speaking so explicitly about having relations with young girls, underage. It's so disgusting. And then you guys blame these little girls, and like that little 18-year-old girl with 4 children, and she's sitting up there saying, I want a man. I don't want another man my age. I want an older man. I want an older man. I want an older man. And then her mother is here. Where's her father, right? Because that's another thing. It's like we focus on the people who were present and didn't do the best job, that they didn't do a good job at all. Didn't do a good job at all. The mother at the beginning of the message was already saying that her children were taken away from her. And now this man there was a post that somebody found a post from this old ass man a few years ago looking for the little girl that he's married to now, saying, look for my goddaughter, she's missing. And he probably had her the entire time. And these are the men in your community. These are the men in your community. These are people like, and it's like when we talk about T.I., Bill Cosby, Trey Songz, these men that have been known to like hold women against their will, hold their phones, drug them, all of this other stuff. And then y'all blame the women and blame the victims. And we tell you, these men, that when we're talking about these celebrities, they represent a culture of people like them. The women who think like this person that we're using as this subject in this story. There are women who think like that. It is so sad to me. It's really sad because I notice in just the way that we talk about different topics that we come from this society where we want to be able to do things to people and them not respond. This girl's 18 years old, 4 children. I don't know the whole story. I'm sure it's going to develop over and over and over again because they keep making videos. The mother is making videos, and I'm sure it's going to keep developing. But the fact remains that there is a 61-year-old man bragging, and then there are going to be other men, and she herself, I'm grown. I'm 18 years old. You're not grown. But our society has decided that 18 is going to be the age that we all agree that a person becomes an adult. We're going to say that this person is an adult, and we're going to assign all of these things to be an adult to them at 18, teenager. Not even 21, not even 22, like it's 18. You can do all of these things, knowing good and goddamn well the brain is not fully developed in the realm of impulse, decision making, impulse control, still not being able to regulate your emotions, still learning that, still learning who you are, still trying to figure out who you are. And we're going to tell you at 18 you're an adult. And in some households, they tell you you're an adult if you start having sex. Forget about trying to explore sexuality at, with other teenagers at 14 and 15. Forget that and forget all of that. That's what I hear when I hear these men talk about the age of consent. That's not for you, you dirty dog. That is not for you. These are when children can consent to having sex with each other. Not for you, you nasty dog. And like I told somebody the other day, it's only the law that's keeping these men from grabbing these girls earlier. It's only the law that's holding them back. That's why when they act crazy with you, you call the law, because the law seems to be the only means in modifying their violent, predatory behavior. 18 years old to a 61 years old, there's no way you can rationalize that for me in any way. And if you do, I'm looking at you crazy. I'm judging you. Yeah, I am. There's no realm of existence that you can tell me that an 18-year-old person belongs with a 61-year-old person. And then, like, literally, that's disgusting, y'all. That is disgusting. I don't even know what else to say about that story. I don't know what else to say about it. They have a 2-year-old daughter together, and he has 3 other kids. He has been dating and grooming her since she was 14 years old. She posted she was in a relationship in April. She turned 18 on June 23rd and started posting him on June 24th. I guess he figured he was safe. I think the 2-year-old baby is by him, so they definitely messed around when she was at least 15. Her mom was on drugs and she was adopted. So sad. So the mother, I guess, said that she was I guess she was a drug dealer or something like that. It's just the environment. And it's really sad. Let me tell you why it's really sad. It's like a cycle, right? So you have an environment where the men are not in homes. There's so many fatherless homes, and so many reasons why there are fatherless homes, right? So many reasons, right? A lot of the reasons is because the women do not want to endure abuse for the sake of being in partnership or relationship, so they leave, right? A lot of the times it's divorce, financial. There's a lot of women, a lot of single women taking care of children, right? And because of that, in different areas, there are women who have to work more and harder. And so the attention that they can put on their child is put into trying to live, in trying to find a safe neighborhood, trying to find schools, trying to make a space so the children can be safe. So she has to work. And so therefore the attention to the child, it's compromised, and it leaves them open for predators. It leaves them open for predators. And I'm not just talking about girls, I'm talking about boys too. It leaves them open. And the men in your community know that. They know that. How is this man being able to groom his goddaughter? How is she able to be in that proximity to him? How is that 18-year-old girl able to be so close to this man that he's able to groom her to the point where she's yelling in the camera like what is happening in her life is healthy? because she don't want no young nigga. They know that these children are not being watched. They know that. They know that these girls are not being watched. They know that they can find these girls on the internet, these boys and girls on the internet. They know all of these things. It's just a culmination of so many things. And it comes from, there's really no, the community allows and creates an environment where so much abuse can occur. But then at the same time, those same people are blaming the victims of this abuse. You get blamed for trying to survive in a space where there's no protection, where you're like in the battlefield, you know what I'm saying? And not literally in a battlefield, but for some people literally in a battlefield. Like this little girl, how did this man, this is in Florida, right? But there's thousands of men like this, and women too, in these small towns, hanging out with these teenage boys, these old ass women. And unfortunately, in our society, the way that boys have been taught to perform masculinity, their rite of passage is usually sexual assault. An older woman, an older girl, it happens. And then it's crazy because the way that boys have been socialized, they think that that's okay. Then it kind of shapes and warps their relationship with sex. It's just a cycle that I don't even know what to do. I know that stop blaming victims. Stop blaming the people in there. Stop doing that. Like this little girl, somebody needs to talk to her. She is a baby. She is 18 years old. That's a baby. I don't give a fuck how many babies she has. That is a baby. She's only been on this earth for 18 years. And you believe that your time, 61 years on this earth, nigga, was up during the civil rights era, ass nigga. You think that because at the end of the day, you believe that you should be in partnership with someone who has been on the earth for 18 years. You are a sick bastard. Any man who thinks like that and any woman who thinks like that, something is not right, y'all. But when you hear the mom say, "Oh, my kids were," she was like a sitting duck. I was telling a friend the other day who was like, kind of like, they're witnessing a woman be completely hands off with her children. And I said, she has a daughter, and I said to my friend, that lady is fostering an environment for her daughter. She has a daughter and two sons. She is creating an environment for her daughter to look for structure in an environment where she's not getting it, right? Mom doesn't give any structure. There's no consequences. There's no discipline. There's no nothing. There's no dad either in the home. And I said, what is going to happen is a man is going to see her and say, "Oh, you need some structure and you need some discipline." And because that is something that people crave, literally, you can't thrive in a space where there's no structure. You can't. There has to be structure. And when you see, I'm watching these crows, sorry. When you see an environment where there's no structure, a man can come in there and say, "Hey, baby girl, and what he provides her with, the structure he provides her, she looks at that not only as a dad figure, but as someone providing structure. Like, help me, guide me, help me through this, right? Like, I find it weird. I was watching Love and Hip Hop, and Sierra said when she got pregnant, her mother kicked her out. Why would you kick your daughter out at 15 years old for getting pregnant when that's like the crucial time for you to be like, let me guard you and protect you if you're going to have this baby? But I'm going to throw you out in a vulnerable state of creation. I'm going to throw you out. To who? To the wolves who are waiting, knowing the predators love that the black community is full of fatherless homes. They love it. They love that shit. That's a predator's dream. All of these fatherless homes, no structure, no discipline. That little girl don't have no structure, no discipline. She's going to end up with a pimp. And that's what I told him. She's going to end up with a pimp. I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to do. Is just continue to talk about it, to continue to say how it's wrong, because there's going to be people like, you got to be the voice. Like, where are you going to, what are you going to say about it? It's like, what can you do about it? Anyways, y'all, I got to go. That's my time. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.